Yeah, I felt like we lacked energy early in the game, kind of lethargic out of the gate. Um, I got to do a better job of getting us ready to play early in the game. We, they were more aggressive. They were, they got a few transition baskets, which with our speed and quickness, we should not give up. And those are really tough plays. I thought we took some really challenging shots, so our shot selection was not really good. But the bottom line was Arizona was the hungrier team, and they were more ready to play right at the start of the game, and it was really there wasn't a whole lot we could do. I commend our effort in the second half, but the cabinet is filled with moral victories. So I'm not really that enthusiastic that we put together a decent second half, but not many positives to take out of this.
We'll now take questions using the raised hand function, starting with Hode.
Hi, Bobby. Before he came down with a mono, Jalen Graham really struggled in the season, but it looks like a different player these last two games against U of A, career double-double tonight. What have you seen from him that's really allowing him to play at a much higher level and probably the level you expected him to play in the preseason?
Well, he's finding a way to stay out of foul trouble, and that was an issue with him early in the season. And he had that break. It wasn't a good thing to have to go through to be out several weeks, but he's responded great. And we had a conversation as he was getting back, and he let me know, hey, you're going to see a different guy the rest of the year. And so far, he's backed it up. He certainly has done a very good job. And the other bright spot I would say in this game is probably Jalen House. Just he came in off the bench and provided a spark. He drew a charge. He was very active, hit a couple shots. Thought he did some nice things out there.
Cam?
Hey, Coach, when you talk about energy and having to get them, ready to play better, I mean, just what do you attribute that to? Is it just tough season? It seems like things have been stacked against you guys at times this year.
Yeah, I mean, everyone knows it's well documented what this team's had to go through, but still, you're playing your rival. It's your season's in a really tough spot. You got to be, I kind of shared with them after. It's like, Arizona was hungrier than us, and we haven't done anything to. I said like a loss like this would happen to a team that's like 10-1 or 11-1, and might think they're a little better than they are. And then all of a sudden someone steps in and they're not ready to play and they get slapped upside the head. And that shouldn't be where we're at, because we haven't accomplished anything to earn the right to even come out like that. So it was that's on me. I gotta do better, and I gotta take a hard look at those first 9 minutes of that half and see what needs to be changed and how we could do a better job early in the games, because it's been happening quite a bit.
Carson?
Hey, Bobby, when the offense sort of stagnates and gets into a funk like it did early in this one, how do you guys get into a rhythm and get out of that as quickly as possible?
Well, I mean, we were taking some tough contested shots and thought we were over dribbling as well, and the ball movement wasn't crisp. At the same time, I thought Arizona, I give them credit. They were very active with their defense, and they were in gaps, and they were rotating, and they were physical. I think in the first 6 to 8 minutes, we had to peel Remy off the floor and Holland off the floor and Verge, all of those guys. So they set the tone with aggressiveness and playing hard, and we didn't match that.
Doug?
Bobby, Thursday's loss was such a difficult one. Over the next few days, what were those practice days like? Were they hard practices? Were they soul searching practices? What were they like?
Well, I mean, they weren't overly physical because when you have this quick of a turnaround, it was more like watch the film, look at the turnovers from the first half of Thursday's game, and watch some of the defensive breakdowns in the second half. Watch some positive stuff. Like we had some really positive offensive possessions in that game. We had 52 points in the second half. So we tried to really just give everyone a good look at what we need to do make some adjustments to some of the things they were doing offensively that hurt us. We tried to focus more on Akeem Joe. I think we did a little bit of a better job on him, but he's a really good player. Had a heck of a game again. He's really did a good job of getting to the free throw line tonight and making his free throws.
Jesse?
Hey, Coach. Obviously, it's been a disappointing year. Just what's the morale right now with the guys in the locker room?
I mean, it was a decent locker room, actually. The guys, were, I think, frustrated. Usually I do all the talking after these games, and there were some thoughts shared between all the players, and not all of them, but a good number of guys just talking about, why we're in this position and some of the things that were happening. And so I thought it was fairly productive. But yeah, I mean, we should not feel good. I mean, we shouldn't feel, I don't think anyone feels happy or enjoying themselves right now. It's just, it's not a great feeling.
2 more questions. Doug?
Bobby, tonight on the broadcast, the ESPN guy said that you guys watch Cinderella Man over the last couple of days. What was your intent behind that?
Well, the movie is one of my favorite sports movies. It's a great story of success. And, I've watched it just about every year with my team. I try to be strategic about when we watch it. I thought it was relevant considering what we've been through this year, the difficulty of the year, the adversity that we've gone through, the expectations that we had, and getting close to rock bottom. And James Braddock was a heavyweight champion. He was a contender that lost it all in the Great Depression, but fought so hard to keep his family going, working at the docks, getting himself back to catch a break and have an opportunity to win, a heavyweight championship. And so he had lost it all and made a big climb back. So that was the thought behind doing it.
Last question, Trevor.
Bobby, Remy had that late stretch to cut things closer for you guys, and it seemed like the bulk of him, whether it be his looks and things that he were able to create, came late. What were your thoughts just kind of on how the game unfolded for him?
I think he fell into the whole pot of just ineffectiveness, in the first half for all of us, and then for us to shoot 8 for 35, and I don't know. I think we had 0 points to about the 13 or 14 minute mark, and 2 points even more after that, and I think we were 1 for 13 from 3 at the half. So we were all a big part of that. So it was not great, but again, he also made some plays in the second half to give us a chance and where we could cut it to single digits, but it was probably too late at that point.
Thanks for the time, Coach.
Thank you.